Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Devita Arya. I'm a student in Diploma 3 English Department, Uniksa Bali. I'm from Group 4. Today, I would like to tell you about the part 4 in the chapter 25. It is about an example of resume and then a cover letter, CV, and then I want to tell you about the detailing your employment history, and I want to tell you about the two methods for detailing your employment history. So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's begin to the first topic. It is about the cover letter, the example of cover letter. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you some example of cover letter. The first is cover letter for advertised position. As you can see in this picture, this is the one example of cover letter for advertised position. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now I want to explain the structure of the content in this cover letter. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in this picture, the first structure is applicant contact details. Applicant contact details consists of your address, your telephone number, your email address, and usually your name. After that, the date of the letter. After the date, you write the employer contact info. Employer contact info consists of the name of company, the name of employer, and then the address of company and also of email address. The next is the greeting to name the employer. As you can see in this picture, like Dear Mr. Evans. After the greeting to name the employer, there are first paragraph. The first paragraph is about opening paragraph, consists of how you found out about this position and then what position you are applying and your interest. And then the next is the second and the third paragraph is about your other interests and states why you want the job and why it suits you. And then the fourth paragraph is your request and interview. The last is the sign off. For example, as you can see in this picture, like sincerely yours. After that, you write in your signature. After you write your signature, you write your name. So ladies and gentlemen, the next I want to show you some example of cover letter. Is sample letter student requesting work experience. In this cover letter, you should rank any company, store, hospital where you would like to do work experience and first ask if they are accepting work experience students, then if they would consider your application. As you can see in this picture, this is the one of example student requesting work experience. Now, I want to explain the structure of the content in this cover letter. As you can see in this picture, the first structure is date of the letter. And then the next is the recipient contact information. Consists of the name of employer, the name of company, store or hospital, and the address of company, store, and hospital. And then after that, the opening paragraph. It is about your work experience in that company, store, or hospital. And then the next paragraph, it is about give reason why you want to do it. And then next paragraph, it is about your skill and interest. The next paragraph, it is about include references. You write the references. The next is write your contact detail. Write your signature and your name. And then the last, N stands for enclosure so that know you have been sent references. So ladies and gentlemen, the next example of cover letter is internal application for promotion using email. As you can see in this picture, this is the one example of internal application for promotion using email. Ladies and gentlemen, now I want to explain the structure of this cover letter. As you can see in this picture, the first structure is the name of applicant. And then the next structure is the address, the phone number, the email address of applicant. And then the next structure is the date of the letter. After the date of the letter, there is the employer contact info, consists of name of company, the name of employer, and the address of company. After the employer contact info, there is the greeting to name of employer. As you can see in this picture, like Dear Miss Lee. And then after the greeting, there are first paragraph. First paragraph, it's about what position you are applying to. And then for the second, third, and fourth paragraph, it is about your skill, your abilities, and your achievements. And then for the fifth and sixth paragraph, it is about your request for an interview. For the last is your signature. You must write your signature, and don't forget you write your name. So ladies and gentlemen, we proceed to the next topic. It is about the detailing your employment history. Employment history is the detailed report of all the jobs you have held, including the company name, job title, and the dates of the employment. When you apply for a job, companies usually require applicants to provide a history of their work, either on their resume or on job application, or both. The job application can request information about your most recent job, usually 5 to 5 position. Or the employer can request several years of experience, usually 5 to 10 years of experience. Your resume sequence must be interesting so that the interviewer has a good idea for your employment history since your high school years. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the next topic I want to tell you about the two methods for detailing your employment history. For every position head you give, the first is the name of the company, and then your position title, and then your responsibilities. It means where you in charge, and then the next is what you achieve in that company, and then the last is the date that job began and ended. So ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to show you some example of resume. As you can see in this picture, this is the one example of resume. Now I want to explain how to write a resume. The first is write your contact information. As you can see in this picture, this contact information such as your email address, your phone number, your address, and your name. The second is add a professional title and summary. Like you can see in this picture. And then the next is list your work experience and achievement. And then mention your top soft and hard skill. And then mention your other interests. And then mention your educational background and mention your hobbies. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next I want to tell you about the second method. If you are worried about having more than a few job changes on your resume, arrange them differently. Keep on giving the name and the date of work, and then but give after an overview where you have described your strength, skill, experience, achievements. In this way, you have the opportunity to satisfy the taste of reader who may give you interview even though you have overcard and changed the position. And write your resume so that you constantly highlight your skill, experience, achievement, and mention that you are motivated, focused, innovative, a great administrator, analyze, or that you have the ability to identify problems and solve them, whatever your skill or your talent. So ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to tell you about the structure of curriculum vitae. Before that, I want to show you some example of curriculum vitae. As you can see in this picture, this is the one example of curriculum vitae. Ladies and gentlemen, the first structure when you write the CV is add your photo. Use the professional photo. And then the next is your contact information or personal data, such as your email address, your phone number, your address, your full name, your gender, or your religion. The next is mention your educational background. And then next is list your work experience and achievement. Next is list your skill, and then mention your other interests, and then don't forget mention the references. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the next topic I want to tell you about the reference. Your reference. Include with your resume a list of personal and business references who have agreed to give a verbal reference for you. You should give at least 3 and not more than 6. But make sure you extend the courtesy of first asking your referees if you are able to give their names. When you do go in for an interview, take copies of written references you have received from previous position, along with copies of any qualification or certificates you have been awarded if you have samples of your work or your written papers or reports. You may like to take them along to an interview also. Or even better, have them in your professionally bound resume. So, ladies and gentlemen, next I want to show you some example of written reference. As you can see in this picture, this is the one example of written reference. Ladies and gentlemen, now I want to explain the structure of written reference. The first structure of written reference is you write to whom it may concern. And then the first paragraph, it's about detailing your workplace association. The next paragraph is about elaborate on her job position and how well she did it. The next paragraph is about mention her interpersonal skills, and then the next paragraph is about mention her personal qualities, and then the next paragraph is mention any job related activities she participated in. And then the next paragraph is about mention any outstanding achievements, and then for the last paragraph, as you can see in this picture, this is the mention her reason for departure and express good wishes for the future. And then don't forget the signature and the name, and then the position in this office. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all my explanation about the chapter 25. It is about an example of cover letter, resume, CV, and then the explanation about detailing your employment history, and then the 2 methods of detailing your employment history, and then the explanation about the your reference, and then the example of written reference. Thank you for your attention and see you.